Welcome to the Integrate This EdTech podcast, the go-to digital space for educators and tech enthusiasts. I am VR Jeremy, and I am filling in for your co-host, Jeremy Mikla, who you also see up here, but his eyes are kind of blocked out. And joining my two personalities today is co-host David Berner. Before we get into why I look this way, I do have an important announcement to make. And that is to wish congratulations to David Berner, our first ever winner of the EdTech Tool Draft. And David, congratulations. You put together such a great team. What do you plan to do with your prize money and your championship belt?
Yeah, I think I'll probably have to invest my money in getting you back to one personality, because I think Jeremy's taking this loss pretty hard. He's split into two, and we got to get him back.
I can make myself whole ever again.
So, but yeah, no, it's great. I barely won, right? 60%, I think I took. So,
well, that's enough of a beatdown that I do feel bad, because I thought I had something good going, but obviously I'm going to try better next time.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun though. And you'll probably have already seen our little graphic that's going to be like our traveling AI graphic trophy thing. So I'll have to try to look to repeat next year, and Jeremy will be looking to get his first championship. So,
well, display it with pride.
I will. Okay, so last week we covered DIFIT for educators and the best available resources generated from the example prompts that we did. And today, obviously, we are exploring VR options for schools. So Jeremy's going to cover their Apple Vision Pro. And I'm excited about it because it's going to be completely different from, obviously you can already tell. But Jeremy's got some cool things in store for us. So looking forward to it.
Right. And as always, you can find more content on our Integrate This YouTube page. We love hearing from you about any tips that you have to share with others, or if you just want to let us know what you think of my VR avatar. So please leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to connect with us by subscribing, liking our videos, and following us on @IntegrateThis on X and Instagram. So, David, we're going to kind of do a couple things here. As you see, we're going to kind of show people what this Apple Vision Pro looks like, because it is one of these devices that is pretty spendy. It's about $3,500 just for the basic setup for the device itself. It doesn't come with like lenses, and you can't wear glasses with it. So you have to buy prescriptive inserts, at least right now with the version that Apple has. Or if you require, farsighted cheaters, they come with, or you would have to purchase those additionally as well. And if you are going to invest in the amount of money that it takes to purchase one of these devices, that it definitely is probably nice to also buy a case that you can store it in, like this one here, which is another probably a couple $100. So you could easily be into this for, just shy of $4,000. Now, I think one of the things that I will remind people of is, remember when iPads first came out from Apple as well, and people thought, boy, they're so pricey that there's no way that this would be a practical device for kids to use. And look at where we are now. Millions of students use iPads in their classrooms every day. And I think this is just kind of one of those emerging technologies that what could the future hold for education using a device like the Apple Vision Pro. And I want you to think of this device here too, is that it's not just a AR, VR headset, but it also allows for something called spatial computing. So I think I'm going to show a couple of those different items here today. And we'll set that up. Okay. So now give me a minute here to get this device ready for that as well, which means
Now we have 3 Jeremys,
I
so
know,
things
right?
are getting scary.
Things are getting scary, but it'll be good. Scary good. All right, then I have to go.
As you're doing that, I was just gonna talk about, like, I mentioned this to Jeremy before, but one of the cool things about this is that, like, the facial recognition mapping that Jeremy did earlier, if you notice, I mean, it doesn't really take much, and whenever he talks, if in that top screen, it's like word for word match of the avatar, and it's, like, right on point, and, it looks really good.
Yeah, they do a pretty good comprehensive setup process when you first begin. To use your Apple Vision Pro and you take it out of the box and you put it on, it is going to do these things where it sets up your vision, where it kind of takes some measurements of your eyes, so it knows how to set up your field in the viewfinder. You'll also notice me. I'm going to be doing some pinching type activities or some finger pointing, touching kind of activities as well. So you put your hands out in front of you when you're setting it up, and it also kind of measures your hands and what your hands do with it as well. And so it kind of gives you that ability to do certain things without having to have like a joystick. I know a lot of AR, VR headsets will have, one or two handheld um, devices that you can use to move items around with and twist and turn things. Here, it's your hands that does all sorts of that stuff. So that's kind of a cool feature of it here too. Okay, so now down here, down to where did my there it is. Yep, I know it's there. And I'm going to share this screen here, and then mirror my device and accept. All right. Oh, you know what? I forgot to hit the share screen, didn't I? Or present screen? Yeah, I did. Here, present. Is it showing that up on the screen yet? I have to add
Not
it to
yet.
the stage. Here you're getting a look at all of the behind things you have to do to run a podcast, right? So now you see the three versions of me and David. He's definitely feeling outnumbered. I can sense it. Okay, now mirror. All right, so now what you're actually looking at here is what I see through the headset that I have on. You can get a good look of my office. One of the things about this headset is that it has this pass-through mode, so which allows me to see everything that is in my room, and it will sometimes put these different windows and screens in front of me. You're kind of looking at some real wonky infinity screen with just what I have showing, but that's just the way that is. And you could see now, one of the things that I talked about is how this is spatial computing. And so what I'm able to do, you can see I have this window, and I can grab at the very bottom of this window, there's this bar, that white bar that goes across. I can move this screen anywhere that I want to, closer, further away. I can move it across and drag it left to right. So let's say that I have this window open right here. I can then go to my home screen, and it brings up my apps like you would see on the desktop of your iPad or your iPhone even. And of course, I can control just about everything by pinching. So I'm going to pinch and drag the screen across, and you're going to see that there's more applications there and some more across over there. I have a mixture of some different types of ones. So another thing that I might want to do, and why this is spatial computing. So I've got a browser window that I just accidentally moved way up high. I've got a browser window open here. If I click my home screen button to get these apps, I could open up, say, a Keynote, and it opens up Keynote, and I can put that in another area of my field of view. And then I can work on, of course, grabbing this here. And if I click in this button here to give it a title, I can change some of these different features. And of course, it's kind of cool how you can have this open in one part of your screen and still be able to go back to this one if I needed to. I can open up a third one over here. There you're looking again at more of my office. I should put some stuff up on the walls, I think.
What if you want to go to the Integrate This YouTube channel?
If you wanted to go to the Integrate This YouTube channel, you could definitely do that. I would probably go back to my Safari page that I have here and add, right, there's YouTube. And I can go up and notice when I clicked in that search box up above, I get a little keyboard. And so I can go and search for Integrate This and search and see if it finds, hey, what do you know? This is the Integrate This podcast. And if you haven't already done so, you should definitely subscribe. Okay? I've already subscribed. I'm just not signed in. I promise you, really, David, I have subscribed. I'm one of those people. So anyway, it is really kind of cool. I could be playing music on a screen over here. I could be working on my presentation here. I could have this screen with my email open here, and I can bounce back and forth between all of those different windows that I have. So that's really kind of this concept of spatial computing. And the ability to be able to manipulate these different things with just my fingers is a pretty cool feature, and I think one that has some accessibility benefits for students who might struggle with, say, a Chromebook in front of them, but to be able to do this and to be able to adjust it, bring it closer, bring it further away based upon what helps them for their visual requirements as well. So another really cool kind of feature of it.
It definitely has like Minority Report vibes. Tom Cruise.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely get that kind of a feel with it. That it is kind of these cool kind of things. But there are. Go ahead.
When you're wearing it, like, so sometimes, with like our VR sets that we have and stuff, people often have to put them down after a while. Do you feel like compared to something like that, these are more comfortably worn and not maybe, like the vision, are you able to wear them for longer periods of time where it doesn't disorient you or kind of things are blurry or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm going to say I would not want to wear them for a real extended period of time. I know if you see like Ryan Trahan's video where he wore it for like 2 days one weekend and didn't take them off, and he actually shows you him showering in there with, just like from the neck up, but please. But I would struggle in a couple of different ways. I mean, they are rather, they do have a bulky feel to them. And it is this extra weight on the front of your head and around your eyes, and even a little bit across, say, the bridge of your cheeks or even your nose, that I would say I've had them on for a couple hours at a time, but after 2 hours, I was ready to like remove them totally. And I would say too, like if you're going to do a whole lot of like reading, it gets the text is a little blurry. It's not a crisp, sharp image, so your eyes get a little more fatigued trying to read what's on a screen or what's on a wall or whatever it happened to be. So I would suggest, definitely taking those breaks while wearing them. And again, it just like with other VR headsets too, I think if you're experiencing that kind of nauseous type feeling, definitely just take them off. Sure. It's not worth getting sick over. That's for sure.
Do you know if like so your avatar isn't showing right now? Is there like is something that happened there, or is it?
I think it's just kind of the confusion that it's facing, being all these different things that I have open, as well as mirroring it to my other device that I have here, because that's how I'm getting you to see it. I can't go directly from the device itself, but it mirrors onto other devices.
Gotcha.
Like at home, I can mirror it onto my smart TV, and here, obviously, you can see I'm mirroring it onto my laptop that I have here. So that's why you see all of these different devices, and I think that's why that avatar got a little confused.
Okay. Yeah.
He's not sure who to be right now, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
it looks really cool though. Just being able to throw those different screens up on there and see what you can do and move stuff around and everything.
mhm. And the other kind of thing that I didn't mention that you talked about was, you and I've discussed before with, say, like class VR or other types of VR things, that you have to basically sit down and you can't move, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
here, not you're looking at my nice figure, but I can get up and I can turn around and I could walk around here if I wanted to, if my office was maybe a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and that's where you've seen some of those videos probably on YouTube or online for our
Right,
viewers,
where you
where
see,
people are walking down the street with these on because they can see,
because I can
obviously.
completely see through everything that's here, and it's only when I put up another window, right, that it then pops up in my field of vision, and I can see behind it and in front of it and everything. So that's why you see Ryan Trahan and others kind of doing that sort of thing, going up to
Yeah.
McDonald's and ordering food and all that sort of stuff. I
And
don't think
it seemed like you can kind of adjust the transparency of the item as well. Like if
right.
you can adjust like if you can see through it completely or for the most part, or there
Yeah,
was
and
a time where you
there
had
is.
your window up and it was a little bit more like you would see a desktop window or something.
I don't know how much of the changing that you're seeing here, if it's going to dark out or not, based upon an environment I put in the background. Let me see if I can grab an environment here. Okay, but mine goes black here, so I'm not sure what exactly you're seeing.
It looks like it's loading right now.
Okay,
So
it's kind of dark actually, because must be.
yeah, but we can see some shades of like looks like maybe mountains or something there.
It's kind of like a desert at night in the foreground with mountains in the background. And
Okay.
if I look up in the right area, there was a moon.
So now in that one, can you still walk around, or would this be a point where you're like, I'm not going to walk around because this is
Oh
all
no, I could
complete?
walk around too,
Oh, okay.
if I wanted to. Here, let me pick a different one that has some other lighting. Environments. Yeah, a lot of them are looking like they're at night. Right now, I can see the stars. There's a moon over there in the sky. I'm not exactly sure if you could see all of this stuff though, if it's coming through in the mirroring very well, because it's kind of background stuff. So
Yeah, we can't see it very well, but I can see that there is an environment in the background. It's just very dark.
yeah, so this one would be Mount Hood. You see that big mountain that's up there, at least the glaciers on
Yeah.
it. There's actually water in the forefront and that sort of thing. But
Okay.
just with the lighting that I have right now, it's not too convenient to see.
Sure.
But yeah, so you can change some of those, and you can, if you are going to darken them out, I would say you probably then want to sit down and not move around if you're not in that pass-through type features. Yeah. The other thing here that I'm holding is the battery pack for the headset. So the battery isn't built into the headset itself. It's built into this right here, which tethers you. That's why you see when I was sitting down that there was this cord that was coming off. And that's really kind of what that was. Sit back down again. You could see, or maybe it kind of gets hidden in my background. But yeah, I'm tethered to that device. But it's a portable battery, right? So I can hold it in my hand or put it in my pocket and walk around with it, no problems. All right. I just want to show, I think then before we're done here too, a couple of applications that are on here that I think are rather neat and could really be something to beef up some lessons that you might do with students depending upon what your topic is. And I'm going to compare it to the iPad. Like when the iPad first came out, there were some really neat apps that came out, but they get to be very specific right away. And as time goes on, more get developed that can be used on that device and for multi-different purposes. So a couple of the ones that I'm going to show here, while they seem kind of narrow in scope, I think it's important to know this is just kind of the beginning of it, right? That there's going to be a lot more that is going to get released and available here. So the first one I'm going to open up is this Insight Heart app. And you could see right here that there is this beating heart. It allows you to see some different data along with this. And just like the other things, I can move this closer and further away from me however I want to. I can also, by using my fingers, I can rotate this heart in all of these different directions to see whatever part of it here that I wanted to. Really kind of neat how you're able to control those different things. And with some of the other data that's on here too, you can see that this is a heart that's beating at 60 beats per minute right now. But I can look at even different features with it. Like if I want to look at the epicardium, I'm not even sure what that is. There, you could see it adds that layer on top of that heart muscle.
So and right now we just see your screen
Oh, going crazy.
infinity. Yeah.
That means I lost my mirroring here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring the mirroring back. Okay, now close these things. All right, now you seeing the heart here again?
Yep.
Yeah. So I just changed some of the different things that you're seeing it to cardiac skeleton. I can go back to this, just the base of the heart. You know, I can show different blood vessels and particles. You can also say you want to put this in arterial fibrillation or myocardial infarction. And it's going to show like what you would see if someone's having a heart attack.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and again, you can change the different views with those as well. So that's just one of these things I think would be great for, you know, a biology class where you are studying the heart. I'm going to close out of this app here. And I'm going to pick a different one here. I'm going to pick an art one here. So here, this one is an art tutorial where you can go and you can explore different aspects of art history through different tours that are available. And I'm not seeing them right now. Why am I not seeing any art tours right now? Okay, let's cut this one out and not show this one. Whatever reason. How about we stick with science, and you can do a cell walk. So it's loading this one up here. So it's not as much of an AR thing, but I can go through and explore. Oh, wow, look at this. It is AR stuff. So I'm looking at here a whole cell. I can go and I can look at the nucleoid, and I can see all of the different strands and things that help to make up this nucleoid, as well as you see it gives you a little description of what it is that you're looking at. So
that looks like spaghetti noodles to me, but
it really does. I hope you're not getting hungry.
I
Protein synthesis here, we can look at this whole thing. We can look at ribosomes. It gets even a little bit more detailed at RNA. And again, it kind of focuses you in on a different part of it, yet all the while kind of giving you background information along with it. So that's another kind of cool app that you can get. And these were ones that I just downloaded for free. There's ones that you could see that you can explore Mars with. This space vision one is, I think, really kind of cool. And I'm going to see how immersive we can make this. and what you can see on it. I'm not sure if you can mirror a very immersive experience very well, and it kind of darks it out for me. So you're gonna have to tell me if you can see this or not see this.
Yep, we can see it.
Right. Okay. So I can basically now I'm sitting in the solar system. I could see Neptune way out far. I've got Jupiter here, and if I wanted to bring Jupiter close to me, I can do that here. I can put it into a live simulation. Close that. Oh, that closed the app. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Try that again. And it's loading it here. I'm just gonna put this up and out of my way. And I can control some different things on what I want to be able to see here, whether it's fully immersive, whether it's see all the stars and their orbits and that sort of thing. I can lift these up and drag them toward me. If I turn myself around, hey, holy cow, I'm like right there on the sun. I thought I was feeling warm right there. Is kind of a cool thing. You can jump right to a different planet if you want to see it. Like, hey, where's Saturn? I really should be really close to Saturn here.
You're standing on top of it, I think.
It is really kind of cool though to be able to look all the way around and see how these. Actually, I think I have become Saturn. Yeah, I'm literally.
Yeah, you're on
Saturn
top.
is right there below me. Really kind of interesting. You can set it, and I don't know if I can do it while I'm in this view of it that you can see mirrored, but you can actually make the planets orbit and rotate, which is another really kind of cool thing. And it's like, dude, I'm placing myself like right in the middle of the solar system. I mean, that is pretty freaking cool. Okay, so again, like another cool one. Now, of course, you know, there's different games you can play. Solitaire's on there. When I show people these for the first time, I like to start with this Encounter Dinosaurs one too. And hopefully this will mirror well. Come on, here it comes.
And yours must be more accurate, like when you pinch stuff, because for us it looks off a little bit. Like we can't really tell where you're pinching a lot of times, but you must be like right on it or something.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a distortion that happens, I think, when you're viewing it through the mirrored image, which is what you guys are seeing. So
Sure.
yeah, it's just realize I am actually clicking it in the right place. I know that I am. So this one is kind of neat because these beings that you're going to see here in this particular thing will interact with you as well. So here, there's this butterfly. If I put my hand out, this butterfly comes and lands on my thumb. And
That's crazy.
I can.
But can you feel it?
It's gonna fly away. No, you can't feel it. Would be kind of cool if you could.
Not yet.
Then I could still see the butterfly, and the butterfly is now landing down there on those rocks. And pretty soon you're going to see like a little baby dinosaur pop its head out. And these things will interact with you when they notice that you're there or you do something to encourage their interaction.
So what happens if you clap or something?
So this one, oh, it turned and looked at me. Hi, dinosaur. Yes. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
This is going to turn out really bad.
All right. So now that one went away. Whoa. Because
he heard you.
Yep. Here comes other dinosaur. Doesn't see me yet, but you know, hey, hi dinosaur. And he's looking for this, and then all of a sudden, watch this. Ooh, yes. Hi. Yeah, come here. Come here. Here. Smell my hand. Smell my hand. Yeah, look, I'm okay. I'll pet you. I rub you up here on the nose. Oh, don't eat my hand. Don't eat my hand. And then it's like playing around with it. Obviously, I can't feel it, but I can pretend that I do. And I think the dinosaur kind of like that.
We are literally in
something else in the distance. And it kind of like sometimes when you're playing sound through your computer, you can't hear it in our stream. But there are they're making sounds and stuff that go along with it. And I'm sure if we were more sophisticated, oh, like right there,
He's
that
mad.
wasn't quiet. Now you see lightning, and if you look in the distance, we've got
Uh-oh.
another dinosaur, and they're going to kind of do battle here a little bit. So I don't want to give it all away.
I
It's
thought
kind
for
of,
sure he was going to eat you.
yeah, no, I think I felt pretty safe sitting in my chair in my office yet. But so those are kind of some cool things. There's some other fun games and whatnot that definitely you can play along with it. But it is, I think, the technology that's available in this device compared to other VR headsets, is definitely, it surpasses a lot of what other things do. And, the ability to do other things with it, with the spatial computing, makes it a great device. However, I do feel it is probably a little bit out of people's price range at this point, to be able to do all of that by themselves. So just stop sharing this one here right now.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah. So that is kind of some of the cool things that I think that you're able to do with this VR, the Apple Vision Pro VR headset and spatial computing. Yeah.
Are you able to bring your avatar back?
Okay, let's see here if I can get that. I might have to remove it. See if I remove it and add it back. Okay, well, here's the way that I can get them to come back. I'll go here and here.
There he is.
Wow. There he is. He's back.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's still cool. I still have these different windows open from before that I can kind of still pretend that I'm working with. So, that might be kind of a cool thing too. What do you mean, Mr. Boss of mine? I am doing stuff, can't you see what I'm doing? I'm sitting here and I'm typing, and I've got my movie that I'm watching up over here or something. So yeah, that is kind of in a little nutshell, a little walkthrough of the Apple Vision Pro. If you're lucky enough to be able to get one or have one, we'd love to hear about how you are using it, either personally or professionally, to make your life better, cooler. I don't
Yep.
know.
It's very, very awesome. I liked it a lot. So
Yeah, awesome.
well, thanks for tuning in to the Integrate This podcast. We hope you have picked up some valuable insights to help you explore your VR options for your district. Be sure to check out the show description for links to helpful resources. Special thanks to co-host Jeremy Mikla and to our other co-host, virtual Jeremy Mikla, and to all of our viewers for joining this digital exploration. I'm David Berner. Until next time, there he is. You want me to start over?
Nah. This is what happens sometimes when you do it.
Okay. Until next time, keep integrating, innovating, and shaping the future of education. Happy teaching.
And don't forget to subscribe to our Integrate This YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and X for the latest tutorials and discussions in EdTech. Next week, David is going to demonstrate how to use Class VR and some of the amazing educational opportunities that is provided through that system. So I look forward to that.
Also, Jeremy and I have some amazing conference opportunities ahead of us for the summer. Jeremy will be hosting the Lake ECMECC conference on August 6th in Princeton, Minnesota. I'll be there as well with my SWWC Tech Integration team. And then we are hosting the SWWC EdTech Connect 2024 conference on August 8th, held in Worthington, Minnesota. So check out the registration links in this video description and in future videos if you would like more information on attending, and we would love for you to also consider presenting.